This is the end zone, and week 3 of the XFL is upon us. Let's get it started. Los Angeles and New York. Josh Johnson, 3 touchdowns last week. He was a monster, but Nelson Spruce, key wide receiver, is going to be out with a knee injury. Now Trey McBride is going to have to step up and be that main threat. Let's highlight this defense, though. This defense turned everything around when really nobody expected it against one of the best offenses in DC. And cornerback Mike Stevens really stepped up, 2 interceptions, helping this defense to a commanding win. And now let's look at New York, a team that is kind of the opposite of Los Angeles. Say Los Angeles is growing on me. New York is not. They need to start Luis Perez. Marquise Williams misses high way too much. His inaccuracy is a problem. And Kevin Gilbride, we watched the game. It was obviously frustrating. We could see him speaking to Mikal McKay on the sideline, telling him to step up and be the leader. I still don't think that will be enough. 28-13, Los Angeles on top. Now we have Seattle and St. Louis. The Dragons need a run game. Jaquan Gardner, Kenneth Farrow, Trey Williams, one of them needs to stand up because this offense can't depend on Brandon Silvers. That is what we have figured out early in the season. Austin Prohl and Keenan Reynolds are the 2 highlight reel wide receivers on this team, but my favorite player is actually on defense. Steven Johnson, last week, he had 14 combined tackles. Now, the Battlehawks, on the other hand, they can run the ball. Matt Jones leads the league in rushing yards, complemented by star quarterback Jordan Te'amu, who is efficient as a passer, but can also beat you in the run game. Will Hill and Kenny Robinson are going to be anchoring this defense down, but this defense isn't the best defense in the league. 1 of 3 teams to let up 1,000 yards this season and have let up the 3rd most points in the XFL. Still, Seattle's run game worries me too much. 30-22, STL gets the dub. DC and Tampa Bay. Can DC bounce back? That's a major question. Cardell Jones and this defense need to rebound. Play like you have in the first 2 weeks. That's all. They win. Tampa Bay, Cornelius is the key, and lean on this run game in the red zone especially. 2nd in rush yards per game and total rush yards. Do what works. Run the football. First win is always the hardest, and I just don't see one here for Tampa Bay. 32-21, DC rebounds. And now we have our final game of the week, the Texas Showdown, which I'm sure many of you are going to be tuning into. Houston at Dallas. Let's look at Houston real quick. Everybody thought they were the best team in the league, and they are the best team in the league, but they're certainly beatable. Houston's defense has led up the most points in the XFL. Combine that with an air raid matchup, and we're in for a shootout, frankly. And you know who Cam Phillips is. He's the best wide receiver in the XFL, and you know who PJ Walker is. He can spread the ball out. He's got speed. He's got accuracy, and his pocket presence is just undeniably incredible. Watching him is like watching a magician. This offense has 33 points per game. Now, Dallas, Hal Mummy's air raid offense, has 256 yards per game, and it doesn't help. Their stats could have been much better if Landry Jones had been starting. Again, Landry Jones is living up to the hype, but he does need to cut down on these turnovers. That's what I'm worried about. The defense is good enough, but I don't really see this defense stopping Houston's offense. The Roughnecks and the Renegades are going to find themselves in a shootout, 32-30. Houston on top by a slim margin. I cannot wait for this matchup. What is your favorite matchup of the week? Thanks for watching the End Zone. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment so we can move the chains.